Back to calm, peaceful serenity. Yeah, you got the number. Let's go. What's my prize? I got a gift sub? What the f... All fixed. We're ready to go. Fun stuff over. I decided to flip back the camera because it was screwing with some of my settings back and forth. So I'm gonna have this. This is actually like the proper setup. So I'm gonna be facing the wrong direction. So the idea for today's stream was very simple. So for those of you guys who are aware, I have had hand pains over about the last couple months. Been getting worse, and I decided to take a break from it. And I took about a month break from playing Mario Kart, like doing really anything with my hands. And they've gotten better, so I wanted to continue doing that. However, I also need to play Mario Kart now because I want to get back into it because I don't have much time before I have to begin studying and go back to college and whatnot. In the time I have, I don't want to just be sitting around. I want to play Mario Kart. What I have decided to do is I am going to be officially maining a keyboard. People talk about GameCube controllers. People talk about, what is it? The freaking classic controllers, Wii wheels, nunchucks. No, man. I have got the best keyboard layout ever. Yeah, let me explain. What about the box? The box is not going to be arriving. If I ordered one right now, it won't be here for the next couple months. So I'm going to be waiting for a very long time. Anyway, so the layout keybind is very simple. So it looks like a bunch of random gibberish. And there's a lot of different layouts that you could use for a keyboard. So basically, here's what I'm going to have. Here's what the layout is. Left is on your left hand. Right is on your right hand. And you have a left, right, and down. Okay? Now, there's no up. The up is on your right hand. Up is back over here. So left, right, down, up. Like that. And then you have your L button. You have the L on the left-hand side, and you have R up here. L, R, B, A. A is a space bar. There's a lot easier layouts to do it. Why I'm doing this specific layout is because I want to get used to playing with a similar to ratio to box. It is QWERTY. It's just, you know, it's the same thing. It's just pressing it all in the right spots, that's all. It's the same basic layout, though. And then you have X, Y, Z, and then you have your C stick, which is here, up, on the left, right, down, up and down, like that. And in order to access the D-pad, you have to hold down both the left and right modifiers with 2 fingers, and then the C-stick turns into a D-pad. So in order to do a wheelie, you have to press 3 buttons instead of just 1. It's a very complicated, convoluted way of playing the game, but it's what it is. I've gotten actually, you know, I'm trying to get used to that. Different keyboard layout. If I did use the normal QWERTY, I could show you what would happen. Not QWERTY, shake my head. I could show you what QWERTY, it would just look crazy. Here, let me see. Load. You know what, never mind. I can't find it. I can't find QWERTY. There's no QWERTY in there. Alright, so that is the basic layout, and I have been just messing around with a few stuff, but I don't know how to do a lot of tech. There's still a lot of tech that I'm missing, and I need to figure out and, you know, sort back all together. How is there no QWERTY? Like, that's the most common layout. I know, right? They have the Dvorak. You guys are welcome to try out this layout by yourself if you are playing on Dolphin as well. Just keep in mind, I couldn't even move. Like, I couldn't even do anything for the first couple days of using this. I still can't. It's still very difficult to me, but at least I'm, like, getting used to it. I was playing for, like, all night, pretty much, last night. I was playing all night, and I did not have a single complication with my hand. It was wonderful. It was great. I suck a lot. I don't think I could do it even... I can't even do a TF input, but I at least, you know, I could go forward, and that's good. So currently, the track that I've been playtesting primarily is Moonview Highway. So when I played with a normal controller, I would be in the ballpark of around 36, 35 second laps, and an overall time of about 146. So there's a lot of, like... There's gonna be a lot of that. You have so many inputs to do. I want to try Rainbow Road, but now, since I'm going to be playing with a new controller, I wanted to take the opportunity to play the game properly. You know, like, learn the game properly. Because there's a lot of things that I do instinctively that's incorrect. Right? So I wanted to learn how to play the game, quote-unquote, properly using a new controller. I thought that would be a very... you know, a very smart thing to do. So I wanted to try Toad's Factory next because that's the one that has, like, it has a few more inputs that you kind of need to be able to do. Oh, God. Tricks is by far the hardest part about this entire thing. Tricking is a 3-input movement, and then if you add anything like drifting or hopping or wheeling on top of it, you have to do, like, 10 inputs in, like, a span of, like, a few frames. A little bit ridiculous, but that's the nice thing about playing with the keyboard. It's all very, very succinct. Very accurate. You could press left and right at the same time. It cancels it. If you hold left and right at the same time, it's effectively like your control stick is going back to neutral. Like, the core layout is still a GameCube controller at heart. It's still a GameCube controller. Like, I can't do anything that a GameCube controller can't do. I could just do some things a little easier and some things a little bit harder. How do you play online with Dolphin? You need to dump your NAND and patch your Wi-Fi. ISO. The NAND is kind of like, it tells Dolphin that you're using basically the heart of a real Wii, and then the patcher is what basically allows you to connect to the right server. So those two things is all you need to play Dolphin online. Which means that you need a real Wii in order to play. Or like you need someone who has a NAND that they could give you. I keep mispressing the L trigger. Ooh, hello. L is on your left hand instead of, you know, where else it might ever be. Like my old layout, I think I used the D-pad on my right hand and then for the left hand and all the buttons on the other hand. It's kind of weird because with this layout, you kind of have to be connected. Both of your hands need to be tied together because holding up on the D-pad is on your right hand instead of your left hand. Not D-pad. Holding up on the control stick, you know, holding up, that's on your right hand with this layout instead of your left. Ironically, it's actually easier to do certain things compared to like a normal gamepad. You don't have to claw. Okay, one thing that I wanted to do before I jumped online though was I wanted to learn how to do Toad's Factory. Now I know how to play Toad's Factory in my head, but actually playing Toad's Factory, like actually breaking down the individual inputs is quite difficult. Quite a bit more difficult. Oh, spin drifting, these things are gonna be fun. I haven't even considered that. So like holding down, you have to use your pinky on your right hand. Super weird. And also, since wheeling is actually hard, doing chain drifts have to be done manually. You have to time them. How do I do this? I don't like that. If you get a box frame one, will you be going back to playing on console? I might. I've gotten so used to playing on Dolphin though, like, there's no reason for me to go back. Unless I want to play on CTGP. If I'm playing on CTGP, then that's, you know, a different animal. It's negligible. Yeah, like to be fair, all I'm using, when you actually get a real box, you could do all the individual angles and whatnot. But for Mario Kart, all you need is a hard drift and a soft drift. And you could do that with a D-pad, a simple D-pad. Left, hold left and down, that's a soft drift. Those are the only two angles you really need. People blow out proportionally like what you need. This is impossible. Wait, okay, instead of just running at it, let me actually break it down. Hold up. Yeah, does not matter. Oh, the things that I used to be able to do so easily. It's weird. When you play with a keyboard, things that are really difficult with a GameCube controller become really easy. And things that you take for granted become ludicrously difficult. So what is the input? What is the exact input? I need to take my own advice for this. You're gonna go off, hold back on the control stick. Then you're gonna do a soft drift right to a left input, right? Hold up. Where's my GameCube controller? I'm having a hard time visualizing this. This is what is supposed to happen, by the way. You're supposed to learn how to do the inputs and the shortcuts and techniques with taking it step by step, like through a tutorial. But eventually, it should become second nature. So like, if you gave me a controller, I know exactly how to do it, but I don't actually remember the inputs. My hands remember how to play the game, not my brain. I use my brain for other more important things, like avoiding items, for instance. Or driving around people, or taking alternative lines. The thing I need to focus on right now is tail diving, and then getting a soft drift bottom right, like this, into a hard left. So it's a movement like that while doing the tricking motion. Oh god. I'm gonna have to press it like that. It'll look like that. So it's this, like that. While holding a button. Okay, got it. Not even close. This is one of the nice advantages of being used to playing on Dolphin. Since I'm used to Dolphin's lagging already, I could just use save states to practice stuff. What the fudge? You know, one thing I noticed when playing with the keyboard, the stupidest things happen to you. Like, I'm doing tech that, like, only task shit does with the keyboard. Ah! Okay, what's tricky is you need to go from holding back, right, down, right corner, and then left. That's the inputs you're doing with the control stick. So, hold back on the control stick, left, down, right corner, left. Down, right corner, left. In that motion. It's a very, like, snappy, quick motion. And the timing of all of those are very important as well. And then at the end, you release the wheelie. Not the wheelie, the drift. I'm going to tell you a sneaky little trick. When it comes to doing the TF leg cut, if you hold right and left, you will never get it. Or it's very, very difficult and very, very inconsistent to get the TF input. A proper TF input actually starts with a bottom right and then a left. It's not a right and left, it's a bottom right and then left. That's it for free. That's how you get a really strong TF input. This is really difficult, actually. Like, to be fair, this is one of the, like, tricks. If you know it, or if you don't, you don't. Let me just make sure I know how to, like, I would just remember how to do this. Because after, like, doing this, beating my head against a brick wall, I feel like I'm losing a little bit of sanity. Let me just make sure I remember how to do it with a GameCube controller. So it's a, ooh, that's awful. Back, right, snap. Oh, it's a snap bottom left. Okay, That is the kind of TF input. Oh god, what the... I'm just better. This is really easy to do. What? Okay, why is it all of a sudden so easy? TF input is what gives you error. It's fine though. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, apparently the TF input was a lot easier than I thought it was. That was a strong one too, that was good. Okay, cool. I know how to do a TF input, nice. I'll just make sure I can nail it a few more times. I don't even know what I'm pressed. The problem with me is like, it kind of goes against what a lot of people think when they, you know, hear Arcintel or whatnot. They think I'm a nerd. I'm not a nerd. I do most of my stuff by instinct. I'm a very instinctive player. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. All I know is I do it. Yep, okay, I'm holding down. Okay, so the main reason why I'm not getting it is because I'm neutralizing my up on. Like, I have the input. I feel the inputs. The inputs are correct. I just screwed up the timing of the trick. Like, I'm not doing it. Okay, the inputs are a lot... I'm getting in my own head. The inputs are a lot simpler than I thought. I think it's just timing, honestly. It's all timing. My hands know how to do it with the GameCube, but they just don't know what to do when it comes to keyboard. I think I just overcomplicated it a lot. It's a right, trick, left, like that. And I'm getting... Now I need to hold bottom left. So what I said earlier, scratch all that. I got the inputs mixed up. It's not bottom right, left. It's left... No, hold up. It's not bottom right, left. It's right, bottom left. I knew it was one or the other. This is the problem with me, like... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yep. Yep. One more time, just for the boys, for the geeks, for the nerds. Yep, that's it. I knew I was screwing up something. Yeah, we did it. We know how to do the TF input. A little bit of brushing up. I need to redo all my tutorials. Holy cow.